late comeback. Welcome to another episode of the Too Late We Said It podcast. I am Sean Leverett. This beautiful young man is Edwin Nevado. We combine to be your host on this little pussy ass show. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for joining us for another Saturday
and by
night.
these rectangles combined, we are too late. We said it.
What's up, yo? What's up?
If you've never watched Mortal Kombat, I just went through a whole thing. It was like, what is he doing? Look, and I was doing the finish. If you saw, I was doing the finish thing. Finish.
They be ready for you. They primed for an ass whipping. Look,
it's like, go ahead, chop my head off, or dismember me. I don't give a fuck.
Whatever. Whatever, kid. Yo, you said that last week. I was dying, yo. That's insane. Hey, but look, before we get into the show, yo, me and Ed was just talking about Duck Hunt. Right before the show started, we was talking about this. We was like, fuck it, let's just start the show. Duck Hunt. Yo, Ed, is that any other game that came with a gun other than Duck Hunt? I can't think of any other game.
Yeah, the Time Cop and all those. In the arcades, you could do that. And then there was a way where with the
I'm talking about a take-home gun. Not the arcade.
With the Neo Geo, you could buy, but it's an accessory. It didn't have to be done with the gun. Just like a lot of people didn't do it, but Nintendo actually had a Super Nintendo version. What was that Nintendo 64 version for a gun? And they did like Time Cop or something. Remember Time Cop?
I remember Time Cop.
And then you would hit the little pedal to like go behind cover, then release the pedal, come out of cover and shoot.
That's how you reload too by going. Like that.
You know who was probably nice at that game? Drummers.
Oh, why you say that?
Because it's the foot pedal
and the hip swivel.
Yeah, because you got two forms of hand and eye coordination. You're shooting the gun, and then you're working.
And you got a Denzel Washington gun pose. Go ahead, yo. That was a premiere. Go ahead, give it to me again. Get down. Say, get down.
Get down. Let me see them hands. Let me see them hands. Let me see them hands.
And the Academy
spread your shit. Get down and spread your shit.
Spread your shit. You're a readily bisexual cop. Okay, go ahead. Sir, I didn't even do nothing. That's what's up, yo. You had a good gun pose. But yeah, that's crazy to think about. They was sending guns home with video games in the 80s. That's crazy work. Yeah. But anyway, guys, welcome to another episode. This is episode 17.
17.
Of season 2.
You already knew that, though.
And I just learned that today, guys. I just learned this is episode 17. Man, Ed, how's it feel to be on episode 17? We trucking right along, bro.
We are trucking along. We also surpassed our episode length that we did from season 1. So we're moving along. We're gaining subscribers, a few at a time every week. So I appreciate y'all with keep watching and interacting. For those that keep returning, like, it helps the channel if you hit that like button. You know what I mean? I know it's like a little bit redundant that you have to do it all the time. And sometimes you just don't want to because it forces the algorithm. But in the end, when you want to support a channel that you really like, the channels are spread across the algorithm based on how many likes it gets, how many views and interactions it gets. So if you don't want to hit the like, at least drop a little comment. Hey, I like this episode. So we appreciate that. Interactions is what helps the channel grow, and it increases the likability of it being presented to someone else that's watching a show that's similar to ours. So
for sure, be beneficial. For sure, man. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like everything Ed said, Ed is the man. Ed is the wizard behind the Emerald City. I'm just the monkeys that be flying outside doing shit. Ed back there making the shit work out. So shout out to Edwin, yo.
That makes me a fraud if I was the wizard.
He's like,
he's like, I am the wizard. Then it comes out as me, like,
you the Wiz off the Oz, yo. The black Wizard of Oz, the Wiz.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen the Wiz? The
Black
Wiz.
Hell yeah, the Wiz. That was
He's
the best.
The wizard. He's the Wiz, and he lives in Oz. They made us watch that in elementary school. Like, you ain't watching no White Wizard of Oz. I'll be like, all right, fucking that. But anyway, look.
That was a
what
good
you get into this past week?
Man, just another work week. Getting ready for the holidays, like starting to get things together and start
Christmas shopping,
getting into the holiday spirit and whatnot. So
no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Also finished planning what we're gonna do on the weekend of us going to that Monday Night Football game. So that's also locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Monday night party.
Monday Night Party. I
It is
can't
what it
wait.
is.
Yo,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
super excited for that. So that's a huge event I'm looking forward to.
It'll be fun.
Also, us actually hanging out in person since like
I
3
never
years
been to
ago.
the Superdome.
It's been like 3 years since we've seen each other in person. You know that?
I know at the Yard House, yo.
It's crazy.
We broke pandemic rules to kick it, nigga. But so the Yard House, I guess. Yeah. That's what's up, though, man. Regular work week, chilling, man. I feel you, man. I was, I actually went on a cruise this past weekend, with the kids and my baby moms for the holidays for Thanksgiving. We've been doing we always did a holiday Thanksgiving cruise for the past few years, so we carried that tradition on this year. But it was cool, man. But I wanted to shout out somebody I met on that boat, man. I met this young woman. Her name was Paola, yo, and she was, she had an illness, I'll say, but I won't go too deep into what it is.
Was she Hispanic? Was she Latina?
Yeah, she was Hispanic. She was sick, but
Paola.
she was a bad bitch. But anyway, that's not what we're gonna talk. You ever seen a sick bad bitch? But anyway, look. But she had a lot of perseverance. She had a lot of strength. And I was talking to her about just life, because I got an illness too, but I ain't about to be out the game. But she was funny, man, and she was talking about a lot of funny shit. And I gave her our YouTube at the end of the interaction. So hopefully she follows us at some point. But
you gave her a business card?
No, I didn't get our business card until I got back.
Oh, that's true.
So I wish I could be a magician, be like,
hey, yo, low key. I forgot that you was on the cruise, and I tried to hit you up like on Saturday. I forgot cruises take multiple days. I'm thinking like, oh, that cruise was that.
It was a 45-minute cruise.
So then I started thinking like, bro, I tried to go like, yo, it went straight to voicemail. So then instantly, you know what my first thought was? Yo. I thought that you got lost in the Bermuda Triangle, yo.
That's where you went with it.
Yo, you saw the text. It's like, yo, text me back ASAP. I'm worried. Remember?
Ed was like, yo, I'm worried, Joe. What happened, yo?
It's like, yo.
You took the only Negro I can shoot with.
The Too Late would have died with you, bro.
Nah, it would have been all right, man.
I would not have been coming back on though. It would have been a tribute episode where it would have been by myself. I'm like, this is the final episode. We appreciate the time, but without Sean, there's Too Late. There's no week without Sean. I'm not going to change the name of Too Late. I said it, and I'm not putting nobody else in that seat. So
that's too much pressure. Too Late. I said it.
TLWSI doesn't sound right. TLWSI. It's TLWSI.
At least you gave
me. Anyways, I'm glad that the Bermuda Triangle didn't swallow you up. Like all you did was got that nose injury. That's it.
Yeah, yo, I got sunburn, and it was like a little peel right here, and I was peeling it, and it's raw under there. It looked like I got a big ass Tupac nose ring, but skin meat. So I'm just covering that shit up so the children watch it. They don't be like, Jesus Christ.
This could be a new trending fashion statement,
Square bandages.
Yeah, we'll be selling this in our merch store soon.
It's all the rage in Beirut. They might be loving it out in Beirut. All right. First things first, right out of the gate, let's talk about a little something, man. That everybody done did a little something, took a candy bar, ran a stop sign. I don't know, took some paper clips from work. You done did something greasy before. We ain't gonna get into the depths of hell, but we all done been, we is everyday people. We all people. So, but with the advent of technology and the advancement of technology, do we think that we are an inflection point or at an inflection point where there will be a complete reduction of crime? So to say, will tech advances lead to a future where there's a 0% crime rate? We got things coming along like facial recognition, artificial intelligence that scans barcodes and tracks them through the store. And if it goes inside your pocket, it sets an alarm off. We got centralized currencies that track every penny you move and everything you do. We got predictive policing that you see right here. Where
shit, like precogs and shit.
You seen the movie?
Yeah, yo, Minority Report is real.
Do you think we are headed to a future where there's going to be zero crime? Or do you think, like life, crime will always find a way?
I think crime is just going to evolve because, as we all know, it's like whenever you find a way to stop something, someone finds a way to get around that, and then that it's just a endless cycle. As they say, I'm it's like not to bring up religion, but in the Bible it says there's nothing new under the sun. And it said that for a reason. It's like we can change how we do things and how we get there, but we're always going to get there, and there's always going to be a different route to get there. So it's like you find one route, someone's going to find another one. I think it's always going to be evolving cycle. Criminals just get smarter because they have to.
Damn, that's real talk. That's real talk. So you think they'll be able to find a way around? Because I did see that they're selling these masks now, and it's very basic. You could tell us in the R&D stages of these masks.
Yeah.
But
petty crime, though, I think petty crime is going to be what's going to be gone. Like we're just going to get those high-end professional criminals.
Okay, like jewel thieves and shit like that, espionage agents.
Yeah, or more like cyber crime, like stealing your information and stealing your identity, doing deep fakes, pretending they're you and shit. Imagine a sophisticated application that I can instantly just hit a button and suddenly I'm you with your voice and say everything that I'm thinking.
In a system or physically?
Physically, the camera's on me and I'm talking, but imagine if all of a sudden I had your voice and your look right now, and then you look like me. No one would ever know who's Sean and who's Edwin. But we're moving in that direction where this type of like, what is it? Fraud. This type of fraud is what we're going to increase on. We're going to lose the petty crimes, the stick up boys and all them. They're going to be minimized because, everyone has cameras. So you'll probably get away with one crime, but someone caught you on camera, so you caught.
You eventually, right. Ain't no getting away.
But imagine having deep fakes and changing in your looks. How are they gonna find you if I have sophisticated software that bounces my IP around? So you'll try to track me, but guess what? It shows that I'm freaking I'm in Chechnya, but I'm filming in North Carolina. And
straight up. I got you.
So you won't know where I'm at. You won't know what I look like. So I think cybercrime is what's going to increase.
So the criminals will have to have superior or equal technology to those of the people they are finessing. Correct. It's going to be a technological war. So it's like you went here, now I went here. Okay. So the crime will evolve. But how do you think that? What type of ways you think that we're going to get around things like facial recognition? And I know you're saying what you're saying right now. But cameras will follow you everywhere, this person. And eventually, deductive reasoning will be like, all right, this was actually you. It's enough to build a case on. And with the everybody is cheering on Bitcoin, but it's not what it used to be as far as being anonymous anymore. Your shit can be tracked now. You know what I'm saying? Your shit can be tracked, hacked, and governmentally backed. You understand what I'm saying? So how you think people going to get chicken off of finesse or get their money off of finesse?
That's tough, but just like
the penny, Ed, they did away with the penny.
Yeah, the penny got DX. That's crazy. So people that got them old pennies, they're just saying, man, you better save them pennies. Because now that the penny is no longer being made, that increases the value of those older pennies. That those pennies that those old ass pennies, like specific years and stuff. That pennies that are super valuable, those are gonna super duper increase value. So if you got one of them fucking pennies, congratulations. You better put that in the safe deposit box.
Do you got a penny on you, Ed? You got pennies on you?
I haven't seen a penny since like 2015.
God damn. money.
That was 2015 was the last year that I started carrying cash on a regular.
Oh, for real? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen in North Carolina, wasting your time would be what you're doing if you try to run down on my nigga Ed and Rob.
Well, people now, they put the gun to your head and say, give me a cash app.
Oh my God. Savage life.
They'll go with their cash out like this and they go, king.
That's crazy.
Drop your shit in there.
What's this insufficient fund shit?
Yo, because you know how people be asking for change, you see less of them now. Because like you'll be like, yo, I don't even carry cash, bro. It's like, let me get like 50 cents. I was like,
I always said that too as an excuse.
I haven't seen a quarter in 8 years, brother. If you see 50 cents, can I get one? I forgot what they look like.
You'll let them down easy. That's crazy. That's wild.
I'm just trying to catch the bus. It's like They don't do cash anymore. It's day passes now. Get out of here with your shit.
Graham.
Don't nobody pay. There's no more change meters in the bus anymore, bro.
It's not, yo. I don't know. I ain't rode the bus.
That stops the lying, like people trying to get money for alcohol, and they'll say, "I'm just trying to catch a cab." I was like, "There's no cabs anymore. It's Ubers. Those are all electronic."
I didn't even think about that making it harder on the homeless. People just don't have cash anymore.
Yeah, people don't have cash. That's something we should definitely address. That's tough. But how are you? Yo, we gonna see people with their phones and their cash apps.
That sign's gonna have a QR code on. Scan me down.
It's like, yo, because you might have your phone and it doesn't work, but then you go to like a Starbucks, get the Wi-Fi, and then you can work, and then now you can get the Cash App card. So people are gonna be, instead of begging for change, you're gonna be with the cash, just like you said,
right outside the Cash App.
Right it's like, yo, it's like, I got $5. I'm gonna go ahead and get a QR code. Go to Staples, make me this QR code.
They investing in their business. Their homeless business is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you got all that ingenuity, nigga, go to
Talk
work.
About technology, yo. Even being homeless has a sophistication to it.
Damn, homeless AI software. Streamline your homelessness. Begging, camping.
We got the app for you. It's totally free.
That's crazy, yo. A homeless AI app. What would that look like? I don't even want. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, homeless AI somebody's going to invent one because we're talking about it.
We want
you already know. You heard it here first, yo.
Yeah, y'all know.
We get at least minimum 25% of all your earnings, yo.
Well, fucking Ed just jumped it up. I'm right there with him. 25%.
Nah, it's 25 because we sparked that idea in your head. You would have never thought of it.
So you think the dudes kicking indoors is going to dissipate? The armed robberies at gas stations and shit like that is going to run away.
I mean, I don't think so. As long as we still have cash, those places are still getting robbed. It's just more like robbing someone on the street, just like a hit or miss. The chances of them having cash is like maybe 1.2% out of every 50 people.
That's right now. That's without. I'm talking about like.
But if the minute that stores get rid of physical currency, which I think it's impossible to get rid of physical currency. First of all, I think physical currency is always going to exist. It's just people not going to use it as much on a personal level. Mm-hmm. But physical currency is still physical currency. Physical currency still works on the street, and you can't make moves on the street.
It still works on the street. Lord have mercy. Yes,
unless someone makes a crime act where it's like everything's all through like
planting a lot of bad
these
seeds,
black web channels and shit. But I'm sure that there's shit going on right now. That's what Bitcoin started out. Bitcoin started out as a back channel to passing funds without being traced. Mm-hmm. That's where Bitcoin even came out.
Hit it from the back
for that reason.
Yeah. So, but look, Amazon actually has a store. I think we talked about this before, but Amazon has a store out in Seattle that's like completely RFID chip enabled. So you walk in, the chip scans every barcode you pick up and have on your person or in a certain proximity as you walk out, and your card is automatically charged for it. There's no cashier. It might be a stock person, or I think they might even have a stock robot. You said what?
Could you accidentally buy stuff?
No, it don't accept cash. It don't accept cards.
That's what I mean. Since it automatically takes the funds, can you accidentally purchase something by forgetting you have it on your person? It's like, damn, I didn't even mean to buy this.
Oh, that means you were trying to steal it. That's
nah, man. Like sometimes you have something you forgot you have, or you're trying on a hat. You never did that before? You're trying on a hat and then you go.
Yeah, I did it before, and I was stealing. Don't be trying to be holier than thou, nigga. I forgot I had this PlayStation 5.
I didn't notice there's a tag hanging from the bill. Just
right, exactly.
And you go, oh, I forgot I had this on.
That TV was still in the
tag is right here. Yeah. Never saw it once.
You knew exactly what you was doing, Mr. DeVito.
I've accidentally stolen before.
But yeah, but that's what
I got ADHD. I'll be forgetting.
If you make a mistake, you can take it back. But
so if you walk back in, would it automatically deduct it as if a return?
Nah, I don't know how that works. Let me not lie on that. But they give you, I'm sure, some type of customer service.
You got to walk in with this motion so they know that you're returning it. Nah, that doesn't mean what you think it does. It just means I'm returning it. See, this is the act of.
Who are you explaining this to? It's nobody in there.
I'm returning it to you.
You nutting on the Amazon machine?
Nah, man, I'm returning it, yo. That's all I'm doing.
Please leave, you freaky ass nigga.
It's like,
Put you out.
It's like even AI is biased. It's like that's discrimination. This is the act of returning something.
Do you have Parkinson's disease? No, you're a freak. That's what they're gonna tell
you. Why you sound like Christopher Reeves when he said that?
Because that's what it said. That's what his voice is scripted by.
Why can't they change that voice? By the way, we're all.
They can. They will. I think it's just going to be extremely scary when they do. I've heard. Have you heard some of these AI machines?
That would be amazing if they were able to recreate the person's actual voice, because AI does that now. So now we shouldn't hear no more. I am really thrilled to be here right now with all of you. You know, it's like it should automatically be the voice of the person.
It's a reason they do that though, because I've heard some of these models where it's like this. Like, you know how sometimes you would call customer service, they'd be like, if you'd like to speak in English, press 1. If you like to speak in Spanish, press 2. If you like to speak in Vietnamese, press 3. You know, it's super monotone. But now they got joints like, hey, thanks for calling T-Mobile. This is Jack. If you want to talk to me in English, just press 1. If you want to talk to me in Spanish, just press 2. If you go ahead. I didn't hear you. Oh, all right. 1. Fine. Cool. Thanks for choosing English. I'm just, and it's super intuitive. You're like, hello?
But you know what's crazy arrogant about it is assuming that every person that you're talking to knows English. So if you want to speak in Vietnamese, press 3. What if that Vietnamese person don't know English?
But you know, I can't say what it says.
Don't just hear Vietnamese and he's supposed to know it. But he won't know what number to press because he said press 3. And what if they don't know what 3 is?
But you know when you call these places, they say what it is in that language. They would like,
they do. Oh, okay, my bad.
So they would say, if you want to speak to me in Spanish, press 2. And if you want to speak to me in Vietnamese, that's what they would say. Una, dos. Yeah. And then you like, okay, this is my part, and then press 2. So, but that's how it is now. But yeah, so I think all of that.
No, I would like to hear one of those. That'd be dope.
Call let me see who did I call recently. Call Southwest Airlines. And they'll do it. Fuck with Southwest Airlines. They'll do it. Shout out to Southwest Airlines for putting
shout out Southwest, yo. You already know. Free promotion, yo.
Free promotion. Oh, and shout out Royal Caribbean, yo. That was a great cruise, man. If they do a lot of stuff for your family, they make sure your kids safe. And they didn't hit me with no wild ass ghost charges. So that's all you can expect.
Oh yeah. Everyone hates ghost charges. So
you're a bitch if you do ghost charges. Excuse my language.
Yeah, it is true, yo. One time I got at a fucking high-end restaurant. I mean, a high-end hotel. Like if I'm paying $400 for a night to like be in this illustrious hotel, then breakfast should be continental, bitch. Like, why am I paying for your fucking breakfast? I can go fucking to the Days Inn and get free fucking breakfast. And what makes it worse is if the breakfast was better than that. It's the same fucking eggs in that milk carton, you son of a bitch. I ain't gonna pay for that shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yo, Ed crashed out on them niggas, yo.
Yo, I'm still mad about the ghost charge. And the bitch didn't tell me. She didn't even tell me. And I got to pay for breakfast. Yo, I was done eating, and then as I'm walking out, I was like, excuse me, sir, you have to pay. I'm like, what? Exactly, yo. Yo, I was heated because then guess how much
can I help you?
Yo, I got one plate of some cheap ass eggs and sausage links, and one waffle. That was it.
Okay. What they try to hit you for, Brody?
$27.
¿Por qué?
Exactly. And it wasn't gourmet eggs, yo. And I laid into them too. I was like, these are the same fucking milk carton eggs that y'all be making, yo. From a milk carton, you motherfucker. Y'all was heated. As I see if y'all crack some real eggs, like you have chickens in the back, and they're like, but okay. I've never had eggs right out the chicken's ass. Thank you. This is delicious.
Placenta on the shell.
Yes.
That's worth 26.
That's 26. Fresh out the chicken's ass right onto the grill.
That's crazy.
It's like you don't even crack the egg. The egg, the shell is so soft. You just throw the egg on the grill.
The whole shit cooked.
And then it has a crispy outside or something. I don't
the
fucking
shell
know.
Evaporate. I'm I'm not fucking with you and your fantasy eggs, yo. All right. Anyway, back at it real quick, guys. Be careful. The future is coming. You know, the investments that a lot of these companies are making into AI do not stop at private enterprises. It's going into governments, from the Saudi government, the UK government, of course, the American government, the Taiwanese government, Panamanian government, Australian government, all governments in the world, and private police forces, public police forces as well, jumping into AI. So don't be a criminal no more because it's a rap. You don't want to be in jail getting licked on by a nigga named Frank with some pink water shoes on, pinching your ass in the yard. That's not what's up. Don't do crime. I made it real descriptive for you so you have a dream tonight.
Yo, because them precogs is coming, yo. It's in the form of AI, though. It's not three twins, bald twins sitting in the water, in the water tub.
You gotta know. You gotta know to know.
You know. If you know, you know. Yo, them poor precogs, yo. Anyways,
who you think had it worse? Who you think had it worse? Well, real quick before we move into the next one, I'll just let you answer and we'll step on. Who you think had it worse, the precogs or the oracles from 300? The little girls that had to dance for the old.
The oracles from 300 all day, because not only were they kept captive, but they had to fuck the ugliest motherfuckers in there. These had warts all over them, like,
oh no, they're gone.
Yo, they had the worst, yo. And they're like,
I'd kill myself if I had to fuck them niggas, yo. Oh God.
Yo, that's how they had those visions. They were so disgusted. It was like, the only way they could cope with the trauma is by seeing into the future and shit.
That's a crazy trauma code. I hope I can. If that's the case, I need that so I can win the lotto real quick. I need to fuck one of them niggas from 300.
He said, "Did you call them a Trimoracles?"
Trimoracles. Trimoracles is crazy.
That's what that should be called, yo. That trauma was so serious they saw into the future, yo.
Have you had some of this demon dick?
Fucking warts like exploding on his nose while he's sucking on her titties and shit.
Oh, man, shut up!
It's like green and yellow liquid.
Ew, yo.
Pussy yeah, they had it. Yo. The precogs are just sitting in water. At least they're together. Ain't nobody touching them or nothing.
Yeah, they wasn't sexually assaulted. Yeah.
They were, but not only were they captive, they were sexually assaulted. Yo, that's the worst, yo.
Moving on, with that in mind, let's talk about the next topic: road tripping. Ed, I don't know about you, man, but I definitely always it's still popular, it's still percolating on me. I'll keep it moving. I don't know about you, man, but I love road trips, man. If I have the option to drive and fly, if I can fly, if I have to fly, I'll go. But if it's drivable in any sense, and drivable for me is like 15 hours or less, I'm gonna hit that motherfucking road. But let's talk about some do's and don'ts on road trips, and then we'll talk about some pretty cool places that you've been or that you would recommend or that you want to try as far as goes to road trips. So let's just go back and forth on this, Ed. What would you say is a do of road trips? Like, what's something that you must do if you're going on a road trip? We'll go back and forth.
Something you must do is make sure, the first thing, if your road trip is longer than 5 to 6 hours, then you must get great sleep and get a good start on your trip. The first leg of your road trip is the most important because it's set the tone for your whole trip. And another must do is plan your pit stops ahead of time. The average human being, when driving and sitting, starts experiencing mental fatigue 2 hours and 30 minutes is around about time when you start to experience mental fatigue. Now with mental fatigue, that starts with you get tired even when you're not sleepy, you know, because your body starts to sitting still for so long. It's almost like a computer. It's gonna go to sleep. It hasn't been touched. You know, pause. So it's just gonna go to sleep because it's inactivity, and your body kind of has its own like internal clock about the inactivity. So even if you're not sleepy, you can get sleepy when you're on a road trip. So even with good rest, always understand like everybody's different. So just plan your pit stops. So you know how good you are in road trips, and plan your pit stops. I think getting good rest, getting your first leg good, and planning your pit stops is important and crucial.
Two musts.
Long road trips anyway, longer than like 6 hours.
I didn't even think about that. Yo, a good night's sleep. That's definitely a must because you're gonna be cooked right out the gate, no matter how much
Right
you
out
plan.
the
If you don't have no good
You
sleep,
don't want to be already like this. It's like, I got a 10-hour trip, and an hour in, you're like, Nah, you're toast, man. It's gonna be the longest trip of your life, yo. That trip, like most
you
people, like
risking your
enjoying
life.
the scenery. You're fighting for your life. Like, if I close my eyes, I'm dead.
That's crazy. Yeah, don't put yourself behind the 8 ball like that.
And the more sleepy you are, that doesn't mean that should be faster. You drive to get there sooner. Like, no, bro.
No, I gotta hurry up before I go to sleep. Some people was driving like that. Yeah, some people driving like that.
It's like nothing like nodding out at 90 miles per hour.
listening to motherfucking Born to Be Wild, loud as
like
shit,
loud as shit. Just constantly splashing water in their face.
You riding through the hood trying to find a bumper.
Hey, let's go over things that people do to stop from falling asleep while driving. One of my favorite things to do is to rock.
Rock. You ever lie to yourself?
How so?
Lie to yourself, be slapping the wheel, but I'm good. I'm good. What I got, about 3 hours?
Oh, yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm not tired at all. I'm not even sleepy. Like,
20 seconds later, nigga,
it's like, I said I'm not sleepy. And then you get mad at yourself.
Straight lying to yourself. I think one thing I think you definitely need to have is snacks. And one reason is for snacks, just so you have something to eat if you get hungry. But also, we talked about it when I was driving back from Miami. We was talking about it. Just to have something for your mouth, Paul. Yeah. your body, you can find in that car. It's only
occupy your mentality. That's part of the mental fatigue, because you're doing something other than just driving and sitting.
Right. So, like pretzels, some people smoke. I don't suggest cigarettes, but if that's your oral fixation, you go and put that stick in your mouth and suck on it, because that's what you're doing. I'm trying to shame you out of smoking
lollipops, I guess.
Yeah, Oh, you leaning in. All right, yeah, that pause too. Whatever you want to suck on.
Go ahead, yo. Just get yourself a couple blow pops.
Whoa!
See how long it takes you to get to the bubble gum.
1, 2, 3. Mr. Owl, how many licks does it take to get? He straight licked that nigga Pop straight to death, nigga. That little white boy called animal control on that owl after that. You fucking asshole. They ain't show the rest of the commercial.
It takes 3 licks.
I don't know if you been on a road trip recently, but one thing I think you need to be able to do is have headphones, bro, or don't be bitching and complaining about the music. Like I went on a road trip a couple years ago. I was went to New Orleans with my friends, and we got caught up in a hurricane. Not Hurricane Katrina, but it was a hurricane after that. I think it was like 2021 or something like that.
It was one of those stepchild hurricanes.
Katrina stepkids.
It was so small so that no one even cared what his name. Who
right?
A shit what your name is?
And we was down there for a bachelor party, but because of the hurricane, we had to get out of town. So we piled up into an SUV, and there was a lot of us in there. We drove to Nashville and flew home. But on the way out of there, I was driving, and people was just bitching and complaining. I want to listen to this. I want to listen to this. I want to listen to this. It was black people in there, Middle Eastern people, white people.
Oh man, this is just it was fucking chaos.
It was chaos, nigga. So we was all doing it, but we made it.
It could have been interesting if everyone got 3 songs, and then every 3 songs it's another person.
Because we did eventually go to society, but it took a while.
It took a while. Yo, you know what? We should call that Hurricane Jan. You know what I'm saying? Like Jan Brady. Every time is about Katrina. Shut up, Jan. No one gives a fuck about you.
Every time I come around. That's fucked up, living in the little sister status. Yeah. Another thing, a don't. All right, so Ed, what are some don'ts? What are some don'ts for road trips?
Some don'ts is trying to power through even when you're tired. The minute you feel sleepy, don't fuck around. Because the crazy thing is, falling asleep is like the one thing that people like try their hardest to act like it's not happening, but it happens so instantaneously. And the crazy thing is, some people actually have what's called micro sleeps, where you actually start getting a dream state while conscious.
Yeah.
So you'll actually think you're awake, but you're actually already in stages of REM sleep because you're so mental exhausted. And by the time you realize that you're not asleep, you're in the ICU probably. Or you're lucky that you hit the rumble strip.
Right.
And it woke you up.
Right.
So it's like, it's one of those things that people get lucky. And isn't it crazy? Like, you ever fall asleep and you hit that rumble strip, that buys you like 2 hours right off of that. Because you
straight off the adrenaline. Niggas come off them rumble strips like they came out the Matrix, nigga. They be, oh. You be locked in, boy.
Super locked in.
Especially if your kid's in the car or something, you look back, you be like,
super locked in.
How you out of breath, nigga? You sitting.
Here's the don't. Fill your tank up the day before. Don't just leave out with a half a tank, because in your road trip, people tend to zone out when road trips. You'll forget that you left with a half a tank.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're assuming all of a sudden somewhere in your road trip, you're going to assume that you got a full tank. And then don't stop checking your gauges. Your gauges on your car are important. Just like if you're a pilot, you're always checking your gauges. It's like one of the things of flying is checking your gauges, because your gauges telling you the state of the aircraft. Well, your car has gauges just like a plane. Lights are in there. Understanding what those fucking lights mean. No one looks at the manual, but there's specific lights in there. Like, everyone knows the check engine light. Everyone knows the overheating light, and everyone knows the low tire pressure light. All those things are very important, especially on a road trip. Having low tire pressure and on just one or two tires can cause an uneven wear on your tires, and also make you burn gas faster and increases the chances of a blowout. You don't want none of these things to happen on a road trip. Nothing ruins a trip more than being on the side of the shoulder
in the fucking woods.
Your car broke down. So don't forget to check your oil and all that shit. Get oil changes. That's a huge, by the way. Make sure your car has full preventative maintenance before you go on a long trip. Getting your oil change, make sure your tire treads are good and your air pressure, all that. Check your basic stuff of a vehicle. Check all those things.
No doubt.
Because if you're not looking at your fucking gauges, then you might as well make sure you're leaving with. Yeah, they're gonna be looking at you, and then you're gonna be on the side of the road. And the car said, "I tried to tell you, I was overheating. You could have stopped us at exit 25, but you decided to keep going to 30, and now you're on the road on the side of the road on 30.
Now you gotta pay for a toll.
You could have got off exit 25, waited 15 minutes and been straight, but now you're on the side of the road calling AAA, and everybody knows, depending on where you're at, it could take 10 minutes or 5 hours.
It's gonna be 3 to 4.
There's no in between. It's 10 minits or 5 hours. How long is it gonna be? 10 minutes or 5 hours? 10 minutes or 5 hours.
It's just the way it is, Nick.
That's just the way it is. That's your point.
That's crazy. Holla at you later. Click. I think another thing on road trips, bro, when you with people, yo, and I know it's hard to do because we human, but you can't be farting in the car, yo, when it's 4 or 5 other people in there with you, yo, and you just, niggas try to hold it in, make it not sound. They just go like niggas start dipping their shoulder and their hip. You be like, hey.
Car farts are the funniest ones because it's like it's a rant out of nowhere. The window gets opened.
Somebody had mercy.
It'd be 5 below 0. Nobody in the car smokes, and the window comes down. I'm gonna be like, "Who farted, yo?"
You want straight ass?
As soon as that window comes down, it's like whoever put the window down, you farted. No, man.
What if it was a nigga in the middle, yo?
Then that means someone on the edges, they get the sniff first, and they're gonna put the window down.
If it wasn't them, they gonna let it be known, yo. They gonna be like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's gonna be wild putting the window down. God damn it, But if the window goes down with no complaints, then the person that's putting the window down farted, yo.
Hey, if they don't say nothing, ain't that much courtesy in the world.
This is me, like, from the passenger seat. I'm like, I just let out a silent deadly. Just give him the side eye, like, and then as that window comes down, it's super cold. The driver looks to me, I look to them at the same time, and just go, "I'm sorry."
What you crying?
No more. Yeah, what you crying for? No more words need to be said. I'm sorry.
Nigga gonna be like, a tear gonna come back.
And then they'll put their window down to increase the airflow. Let's go ahead and put one back window, one forward window, create a tornado of air.
Because you know it'll
go. Nah, the worst thing is when you bring down the back window without the front window, and then
that's what make that sound.
Yeah. Yo, that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst.
I hate that shit. You gotta have equilibrium.
You gotta at least crack the front window, window.
At least the sunroof or something.
That cabin pressure, yo.
Cabin pressure. All right, yo. But yeah,
farting in vehicles. That's a don't.
You said
that's
what?
Like farting in the elevator. That's one of the don'ts, the do's and don'ts.
The elevator ain't that
farting
bad.
in the vehicle is a don't. Elevator's still bad, especially when there's more than 3 people in the elevator.
Yeah. But it's going to be
the good news is you're getting out of the elevator soon enough.
Yeah, it's going to be
unless you're on the first floor going to floor 10 and the person farts at floor 2.
That's nasty.
Because you have 5 people in there and they're all on different floors.
So I might get out. I'm going to get out.
You're going to just get out, take the stairs.
I ain't crippled yet, nigga. I'm taking the steps. Because plus you don't know them people.
What if it's the level? What level of fart? Because there's different levels of stench. Like it's like you got that pancakes, the pancake stench, the hey, I smelled what you ate yesterday stench, or the rotten eggs.
The homicide ass. I'm out, yo.
Hey, yo, that roadkill fart is the one that takes me out.
When it's bad, the person say sorry in public. If it's not bad, they be like,
hey, but if it's have you ever been on an elevator and somebody actually shit themselves? Like they sharted. Oh shit.
I apologize.
And you know, if the hand goes to reach back and stops, that means a little shit came out.
Nigga, grab that
stuff. I saw your hand, bro. You sharted.
That hand ain't doing nothing.
The wetness in them cheeks.
It got khaki to get through before it get to that hand. That's ceremonial. You putting your hand back there, nigga. That's symbolism.
It's like, pull over now. If someone says he yells, pull over now, they're either got to throw up or they're about to shit themselves.
You better pull over.
Pull over, motherfucker.
Don't be in there talking, why? What's wrong? You're going to have shitty seats.
Your dog will never jump in the back seat again. It's like, I thought it was clean. The dog smells what you don't smell.
I'm wrong again.
All right. Got drug sniffing dogs going crazy.
Yeah. So, and we wanted to real quick, guys, drop in some of the things that you think are do's and don'ts of road trips. But real quick, Ed, just give me two or three places you think would be awesome places to go for road trips, man, from our East Coast destination.
Cross country, of course, going west, like towards the middle of the United States, because there's a lot of like monumental locations. Like you're going through like Tennessee, you got Tennessee barbecue, like, you know, Midwest barbecue. Like right. Nashville they're known for their country music and their halls and whatnot. So, you know, they also got barbecue, Tennessee barbecue. Then you go through Memphis. They're all in a line. There's a Highway 40. Highway 40 just goes west, and it travels straight through Nashville, straight through Memphis, you know, straight through major locations that you can visit along the way. But I think a road trip east to west is great because it has a lot of pit stops. Like, remember I said plenty of pit stops. You can create monumental pit stops along the way while you're going and see these sites while you're going. One of my favorite road trips I had was when I lived in Louisiana for a couple of years, and I drove from Lafayette, Louisiana, all the way to North Carolina where I live now. And I drove through Mississippi. I saw some places in Mississippi. Yep, Mississippi. And I drove through there, went through New Orleans, drove near Atlanta. So I stopped at Atlanta. That was the first time I've been to Atlanta, and just rode all the way through. And I made different stops in different states. I like to stop at the state stops. You know, they have those, the welcome stops when you get to a new state. Sometimes they have some information there. It talks about possible places that you can stop along the way. And you just
little visitor centers,
a picture. Shit. Yeah, the little visitor centers. And it tells you locations on your trip. Like, those are good places to stop because they got bathroom vending machines, and you're allowed to park and sleep there. Like, that's the place where if you park and sleep there, the cops aren't gonna get on you about that.
The cops ain't gonna mess with you, but Rick the Reaper will, the little nigga that live in the forest.
Hey, not in today's day with the precogs.
True. Good
Precogs
call
got
back.
your back, yo. The precogs got your back, yo.
Jesus, man. All right, man. So yeah, guys, the winter is here. We are deep. We are in December. Essentially, we are in the heart of the winter. But spring will be here before you know it. So if you got some people you love, some people you don't love, people you like to travel with, keep it in mind, man. It's a great way to connect with people. And can really connect with yourself because you're forced to sit with your thoughts for a lot of time. You listen to podcasts, listen to things of interest, listen to me and Ed, but then after you listen to 5 episodes, boom, straight like that.
Perfect, yo. You on a road trip? It's a perfect. Here's one of the do's. Turn on the Too Late We Said It podcast while you're on.
That's a must. That
yo,
ain't no
just
dude.
create
That's
a playlist from episode 1, season 2, all the way through, and watch our evolution.
Yeah, you'll be just as crazy as us by the time you get to your location.
You'll be a hilarious person. That's what you'll be.
That shit crazy. You get there, you get to your family funeral, you drive across. You drive across country to your family funeral. You get there, your grandmother in the living room crying. You can be like, "What you crying for?
What you crying for?"
That's so crazy.
And then instantly you're gonna be laughing like, "Oh, it's not funny. I was just watching this podcast.
I'm listening to them damn Too Late boys.
I told
them
you that
niggas is crazy." That's wild. All right, man. Let's move on, Ed. So life is full of chances. And a lot of people, when you think about gambling, people have a centric mindset that you're talking about Las Vegas, you're talking about dice games, you're talking about sports betting, all of these things, stock options, you're gambling. But in all reality, man, life in and itself is a gamble. You know, whether you're going to make a decision in life to go left, go right, be with someone, stay single, have children, not have children, take a job, lose a job. All of these things are chances that you take in life. So what do you think is the barrier in mentality that's between, you know, going to the casino and betting $100 and or you know, a lot of people have a sports bet mentality. We're like, oh, you know, it's just money, I'm having fun. And being willing to take that risk, but not being willing to take risks in their own lives or your personal life. You know, whether it be for financial reasons, taking a chance, you know, I'm gonna talk to that girl one day. And you never do, as opposed to just, you know, hi, my name is Stanley, and I like cheese curls. You nervous as shit, but you said something. You took the chance.
At least you took a chance.
At least you took the chance. So what do you think is the barrier between, you know, what is a certified gamble and then these gambles that sometimes we shy away from in life that could be monumental?
And life is a gamble itself.
Factory, right.
The game of life is a gamble, and I think that you always want to be able to take some risks, and sometimes it's educated risks. It's like the more you know about the decisions you're gonna make, the better chance you make the right decision. And gambling is kind of the same way. It's like you're looking at from the monetary perspective, like I'm putting this much money into this slot machine. Mm-hmm. So I already am predetermined to how much money I am comfortable with losing. And if you go in there with that mindset, then the gamble, at least you're controlling the outcome of the gamble. Same thing with life decisions, is understanding like, hey, you know, I know it's a risk, but at least let me weigh the possibilities and the variables that may be at play in the decision I'm about to make. This could happen, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. But if I make this decision, I only have 2 things that could happen that's not favorable. So it's like then you would take the least risky option, still a gamble, but a slightly calculated gamble. Right. Now, some gambles you just fly by the seat of your pants just off the feeling. And if the feeling is strong, shit, and you got the balls, then let it ride. You know? At least you took the try. At least you took the try, I think. And I think that any form of gambling, it all depends on what you're comfortable with. People on the outside are going to have their opinions on why you did what you did. But as long as you're cool with the decision you make, then who gives a shit what the other person thinks? You know, but there's a difference between taking a gamble and being addicted to gambling. Now that's a whole different.
Right. Yeah, if you snorting fentanyl every night, that's a rough.
Hey, I'm just gambling.
You're gonna get snake eyes sooner or later, my nigga. You're gonna crap out.
Sooner than later.
Facts. Sooner than later. But so like let's say at you know, the age old thing, you like, and what I'm doing, and let's take me for example with comedy. A lot of things, you know, you're helping me a lot with getting out of my comfort zone as far as recording stuff and putting it out there as far as promo. For a while, you know, I've been doing comedy for years and I never really took that approach. And it's obvious that that's the way now. You have to put that content out. You have to, you know, give people something to watch, to want to come see you, other than, hey, I'm having a show, come see me. Be like, well, nigga, what am I getting? You know, the people have to see what they want.
They had to see them teasers, you know.
So with that, in that same space, I often wonder, like, what are some of the blocks? And you know, me experiencing it myself, is I still don't see what it is. But you know, it's like, is it just anxiety, or you worried about critique? Is it just you think that that's not the way? You stubborn? You don't want to take a chance. So I'm naming reasons for people willing to not take a chance. So it's, you know, it's usually a fear of failure.
A lot of fear of failure, lack of self-confidence,
public judgment, stubbornness. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. And sometimes you just, the fear of the unknown. What can happen?
The fear of the unknown is probably the biggest. It's like not knowing what can happen, because that allows you to create the hypothetical in your own mind. And most of the time, when you have fear of the unknown, that your hypotheticals are always going to be negative.
Right.
So you're immediately going to create worst case scenarios.
Dragons in the closet.
You know, but that's why there's, like, you know, you could play that game too. Let me go over this decision, and then go over all the worst case scenarios that could come from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could change your decision. If the worst case scenarios are not as bad, then you can say, hey, I could live with this worst case scenario, then go. But I think that, you know, some people are just not afraid. They're fearless. They're like, I don't give a damn what happens. This is what I want to do. And, you know, God bless those people, because it's crazy how many people fail. But there's your one in a million that does that same gamble and they hit the jackpot.
That's
you know what I mean? So it's like, when you see that, you have to know that any one of us is susceptible of hitting big with a huge risk. But you have to be willing to take the hits that may come if you miss. Mm-hmm. And if you're willing to accept that, then I mean, that's where it comes down to. Is like, hey, I swung and I missed. You know what I mean? I tried so hard and I got so far. And in the end, guess what? It doesn't even matter, because your life's going to start, your life's going to end. And what you do along the way, you're going to think about all the things, that those risks that maybe you should have taken.
I can't remember who it was. I think it was Sun Tzu, whoever, you know, the dude that wrote The Art of War. But he said, not in The Art of War, but it was another passage he wrote. It said something like, foolish is man. He spends all his youth worrying about the future, and then in his old age spends all of his time regretting decisions not made in his youth. And it's like you worry until a point you can't do nothing about it, and then you sit with regret.
Maybe I should have. And that's really what it comes down to.
And that's a hard pill to swallow, bro.
Yeah. So you have
when
to
you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah. So all of us have that pit in our stomach that tells us, man, I want to do this. I want to do this. And if that thing doesn't go away, then at the least things you could do is at least try to look into how you want to go about doing it. And if along the way, while you're trying to prepare to do what you are scared of doing, you find that it's just not worth it to you, then at least you presented the idea to yourself and you took an effort to try to pursue to possibly do it. But sometimes it's like, hey, just find out. It's nothing wrong with you asking. It's like, hey, ask someone that you know has done this thing that you want to do, but you're too scared to.
Yeah,
say, hey,
that's for sure.
How did you make it when you did that? Because I'm trying to get into that, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna. It's like, well, I was also afraid too. Suddenly, you'll know that you're not alone. Most of the time, if you are around the right people, surround yourself with right people that can help encourage you. And you know, you got to surround yourself with lifeboats. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got anchors. If you surround yourself with anchors, these are people that just anchor themselves to you and they just hold you back. But life
These
posts
niggas want to hold me back.
the
These
life
niggas
posts are
want
the
to hold
people
me
that
back.
that hold their hand to you when you fall and they help you up. Surround yourself with life posts and surround yourself with people that motivate, people that push you, pushers.
Yeah.
Say, hey man, get out there and do it. Like, that friend that you're in the club the first time and you keep seeing this girl and you're just watching Shorty, like, and you in the back, it's like, yo, she ain't gonna come over here and ask you to dance. So your boy just gives you that nudge that pushes you into her direction and you stumble in front of her. Now you have no choice to go, damn, now interaction has started. Your moment has come. Are you gonna walk away and then you can't speak to her again if you do that? It's
if you just walk away,
it's a wrap. She gonna be like, damn, that dude's whack.
Or he ain't fuck with me, so fuck him.
Yeah, yep, exactly. So that's that moment. So your buddy pushed you and gave you that nudge and say, hey, just because you struck out there, I'm gonna push you again until you finally man up and say something.
Get that one right there.
You want those type of friends there that are not afraid to push you sometimes when you need that nudge to get yourself out there. And also that friend that will sign you up for that rap battle that you were too afraid to sign yourself up for.
What was his name? What was his name? The Free World. What was Mekhi Phifer on 8 Mile? I can't remember.
Mekhi Phifer, Future.
Future. That's what I wanted to say. Future, but I was like, it's not Future.
He was signing B-Rab. He didn't do that. Guess what? B-Rabbit wouldn't have had that moment.
He's still been in the plant.
They almost lost their friendship over that shit. But in the end, everything came out to be okay.
Yeah.
He's like, you famous now. You ain't got to work. Now we're going to have all the bitches. And then, my favorite part was like, out of nowhere, you hear in the back, he's like, all the bitches.
That's what hit home. That's what hit home.
Was like, all the bitches.
That's what made him sign the NIL.
He was one.
But yeah, so we'll say this, man. With that, we'll say when you take that gamble, is this coming up? Yeah, when you take that gamble, just be ready to put in the work, man. Because I think one thing I learned from just doing this podcast with Ed, man, is that it's not just as easy as just we meet right here and we turn on the camera and we talk. It's not that simple. It's a lot that goes into it. So I'm learning that. I'm sure Ed is learning this as we go. We're trying to refine this thing for y'all. We're trying to make it a presentable product for consumption. And it's work that comes with that. So when you do take that risk, always have in mind, and it goes from anything from being a podcast person to pursuing a woman, to pursuing a job, whatever you're doing, or a man, if you pursuing men, if whatever, I don't want to make it weird. You know what I'm trying to say.
Whoever you pursue,
whatever you're pursuing, be ready to put in the work behind it once you get the opportunity, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to sustain is putting that work behind it.
Yeah.
And all right, guys.
What we aim to do,
that's what we got to do. We got to keep going.
And we're not afraid to evolve. We keep evolving. As you see these episodes, we're experimenting with our backgrounds, how we do this, how we present stuff, and we're just going to continue evolving until we find the formula. Fine, but we won't stop now.
Bad boy. You can hate me now. All right, yeah. That's facts, Ed. That's facts.
We might have lost 3 subscribers. You quoting Diddy.
Diddy had some bangers, yo. Swimming in women with their own condominiums.
5+5. It's all about the Benjis.
What?
I already went ahead in the lyrics in my head. That's what I was saying.
You was rocking. That beat was hard. You can't lie.
No, that beat is one of the toughest beats. And it was one of the toughest beats, yo.
What y'all want to do?
But Diddy's was not the best verse, though.
Diddy was not the best verse, but if he didn't do that, it probably wouldn't have came together. I got a hot beat for y'all niggas that can rap, as long as I can get on. Yeah. Come on, Diddy, you gonna fuck it up.
He also didn't even write that verse. It was Sauce Money that wrote that, by the way.
Sauce, what you
Shout
got
out to Sauce Money. We all know you wrote those lyrics for that.
Sauce, here go my lines.
He wrote most of his lyrics for that album. Matter of fact, P. Diddy's like the album Too Later. Like, it's crazy. If you really really listen to hip hop and listen to all of P. Diddy's albums, you can see who's writing his lyrics. Yeah, you can hear their cadence and their cadence, and you'll
and their
hear like,
content.
one time he had Pharaoh Monch right, which was probably the worst idea he ever had, because Pharaoh Monch has a very specific and noticeable cadence. And I was like, why did he over here sound like Pharaoh Monch and shit? Like, what's
I'm a swagger jacker, nigga. I'm taking people's shit.
He even spit that shit like Pharaoh. I was like, he did. He want people to think he's lyrical.
He was a great character.
It's like, yo, that was nice, Pharaoh.
Diddy Pharaoh Jr.
Good job.
Anyway, yeah,
one of the reasons why Drake sounds like everyone.
Stop shitting on my man Drake, yo. Drake to go, yo. Let's go. All right. From one gear to another. This past weekend, I believe, the Browns. Who did the Browns play again, bro? I can't remember who the Browns played this past week.
Who the Browns are playing, or who?
No, this past week they lost to. I can't remember, but they lost to somebody.
Either, man.
And in the post-game press conference,
this football season has been a blur for me, and I'm usually on point with football, but because the Ravens are playing bad, man, I'm just like my motivation, like normally, or I must say, like last season. Mm-hmm. Last season, I literally watched about 80% of the games on a week-to-week basis, and about 60% of those games I'd watch more than once. I was like down to like plays and stuff. This year, as soon as the Ravens had to start that, my excitement for football dropped. It's like, yo, my heart, yo, because it's like that's your main team, yo. And I see you got, and like your background has Rams, and your Rams are playing amazing, even though they took a L though.
Not to Sir Purr, adios míos.
They did take an L, but guess what? They're still leading in their division.
But we were supposed to pull away that game, but I ain't gonna talk about that.
I think y'all straight to be in the playoffs, and I look at you guys as a Super Bowl contender this year. You know, so Seahawks in your division also to me looks like one. But at the end, it's like, but in the end, it's like it's my fault. It's my fault that I'm not into football as much as I should be.
Ed, this topic right here is inconsequential to that. That's not important. The topic of the content of it is. I was just bringing it up as a point, as a placeholder in the conversation. Yeah. But the crux of the conversation is this: Shedeur Sanders was asked at the end of the game in the press conference. He was asked a question about Kevin Stefanski's play calling on some crucial fourth downs. Why did they go for it? And does he think that these were solid calls from his coach?
I did see that. Oh, that's what you're talking about, the Browns and the
I was just taking it to that point.
I remember that. I remember that. So it's like, even though we can't remember the game, that's why I was explaining why I didn't remember the game. Because
you good.
So I'm having amnesia when it comes to the game because the Ravens are sucking, yo.
That's okay, man. That's okay. I done been on the drug bench before too, yo. We done all been through it. It's okay, yo. God is good.
But anyways, I think that Shedeur handled that exactly how he should have. Aaron Rodgers got the same treatment as well, and he was asked to criticize Tomlin because the players, the fans were saying fire Tomlin, and they tried to get him too. The crazy part, the difference is they said kudos to Aaron and said shame on you to Shedeur. That's a huge point to me of the two contrasts of the same situation, exactly the same, where the media member is setting Shedeur up to criticize because they're trying to use his arrogance against him. But just because he's arrogant doesn't make him stupid. And that to me is like the reporter was treating him like he was a dummy, like he was just gonna walk right into that. And Shedeur immediately says, I don't like your question is rude. You know, I'm not about, I could tell you about stuff that's going on with me, but I'm not about to start talking down on my coach and whatnot. I believe in and trust in my coach because he asked him a question he says, here's the crazy part. He tried to frame it to make it look like it was a positive question, but by saying, did you like the aggressiveness of that call on fourth down? Or did you think, given the positioning, was it a bad call? I was like, what the fuck kind of question is that, yo?
Okay, so
I blame the media member.
I'm not the reporter. Calm down, yo.
I know that you're leaning into the media members going to do now, but
Ed looked at me and asked me the question.
I think the media
nigga?
The media can be tasteful in how they do things, but when you're trying to set someone up so you can get a viral moment, I think that's not journalism. That's like fluff material shit, and you're just trying to set people up so you can be like, I got him to say that. It's like, nah, yo.
What I'll say is this. So let me rephrase the question. So the question is this: do you expect the media to be anything more than what it is? So I don't think anybody should be expecting a friend from the media. The media is a hand, as you see here, of a larger body. That body's intention is to sway public opinion, to frame narratives, to form perceptions for the masses. It's not to be a friend. It's not to be a voice of reason. These media outlets, they run off the same thing Mr. Beast runs off of. They run off the same thing that I Show Speed runs off of. The same run thing off the same thing we run off, baby. They run off clicks, views, and interactions. So if they go up there and say, Shador, you sure are a swell kid with great biceps, that's not going to get no traction. They need confrontation in an already tumultuous Cleveland situation. So, Ed, should we even expect some type of decency from the media? The Howard Cosell's and the Muhammad Ali love-hate interaction is gone. These people are driving for clickbait. If you say all of that, you nice, but 1 second you say something about the Jewish community, say something about the Asian community, you say the N-word if you're a white player, they're going to crucify your ass for a hot story. So why would you expect anything other than what they did?
I mean, I understand, because that's how media is today, but that's not what journalism has ever been about. The purpose of the media is not about the clicks. It's not about not being your friend. It's about it's about having integrity and objectivity. And the media does not have integrity, and they do not have objectivity today, because they're just trying to get the clicks and stuff. It's not about the clicks. It never was, and I mean, there was a show called The Newsroom that was on HBO. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that was kind of what that was about, was like, how can we maintain our objectivity and tell it straight, even if you don't like it or you like it, but it should be objective. Now, if I'm asking you a question that's uneasy, I'm not going to be your friend, but I am going to be fair by asking you a question and give you the opportunity, by me being objective and asking you an objective question, to allow you to frame how you want to respond. But the way that media member did was, he was basically leading him. Like, if you were in a court, that would be an objection, leading the witness. What that means is I'm asking you a question, pushing you into an answer I want you to say.
So what did he say? He said, did you like the aggressiveness?
He basically said it in two ways. He basically gave him two directions to go. Both of them were negative. The first way he said it was, did you like the aggressiveness of the call? Or did you like, given where you are on the field, whether or not that was a good call? So he was basically making him want to double down on the bad decision by admitting that he liked the bad decision, or admitting that it is a bad decision and not liking it. Because he said, did you like the aggressiveness?
Could he have answered the question? Because I don't think it was a bad question.
No, he couldn't have answered the question in the way that he answered it. That's why it was perfect that Shador said your question was rude, because the way he framed it did not give Shador Sanders the ability to be objective. He wanted to encourage Shador to respond with his emotion by giving him a question that led him in that direction. And that's really what I mean by leading the witness. He was leading Shador Sanders down a negative road, and Shador denied him that opportunity.
I think Shador now, had the space.
Oh, if he was objective, I think if he was objective, he would have asked a question like this. You guys going for it on fourth down. How do you feel about your coach making that type of call in that situation? You see that? Because now you're letting Shador frame his answer how he wants to. Not by saying, did you like the aggressiveness? By giving him a yes or no response and then hoping that he goes behind it. Did you like the aggressiveness, or he gave him two, I can't remember the second part, but the second part of that was also negative. It was like, it was going to create him to be negative. He was creating him to say something, basically saying that I'm just as, like, saying I agree with it because I'm just as bad as he is. Or like, it was like, insult myself or insult my coach. It's basically how that question was framed. It was framing him to either insult himself or insult the coach.
So what if he was to answer the question to say, hell yeah, I like the aggressiveness of that call. Shit, I'd have ran it on the 20 the other side of the field.
Then in the end, it's gonna make him seem more arrogant. So I think the way he asked that was making it seem like Shador, it was going to show that he's arrogant, or show that he didn't like how his coach was calling the plays. That's really what it came down to. Because if he says, hell yeah, I like the aggressiveness, saying, yeah, I'll go for on fourth down.
Because it wasn't an aggressive call. It was an aggressive call.
Yeah, it was. But I think the reason why Stefanski was calling that was because he looked at it. This is the reason why he made that call. My defense is really good. I have a strong defense right now, and I'm trying to take a risk. This is a risk where this is a risk that has high reward, but it has a lot of high consequences too. But he took it because he's like, if we don't make it, we're inside their 5-yard line, and we can. Oh no, it was when they were pinned back in their end zone, in their side of the field. Actually, that's what it was. Now I remember. Now when they went for it on fourth down, they were like on their 30. And it's like, did you like the aggressiveness, or did you think that it was the wrong call to make, given that you were pushed back on your side of the field? Because the media member basically said that the media guy basically was saying the call was a bad call, and he wanted him to agree with it. But then he wanted him to see if he could get him to say, I like the aggressiveness. But
I mean, that's their job, bro. And in this day, I think they've always had sensationalization. Media has always done that.
No, but it's not you have to frame it in form. You got to be objective, and you got to be able, if you're asking a question to try to get someone's opinion, objective. No, you have to be. That's literally the law of journalism. The problem is we're okay. Like, you came to the point, like you framed it, but you're looking at it because we're so used to the media being this way that we go, oh, that's the media. That's what they're supposed to do. No, media was never supposed to be about that. That's the problem with media yesterday and media today, is that they've lost their integrity as journalists, because they're so worried about the views and the clicks that they're leaning towards viral moments than they are leading to the truth. If you want the truth from someone, then you got to stay objective, so that way we can get the true response. But if you give me a question that's framed in fire or emotion, then you're going to elicit an emotional and irrational response instead of a rational and thought out response.
So that's the difference. Is it on the people, Ed, or is it on the media?
It's on the media. The media is creating these scenarios, and they're also making people hate the media. That's why people hate the media now, because we think that they're made to be this way, but that's not how journalism was ever brought about to be. It's the bridge to the truth. That's media is, the bridge to the truth. It's to give the people that don't see behind the curtain a peek behind the curtain, an objective view of peek behind the curtain, so that they can formulate their opinions on what they saw behind the curtain. The media is not supposed to say, we think this is horrible. A journalist should never say, this is terrible, this is horrible. They're just supposed to give you the information objectively so that you can form that opinion. Now, what's hard is that people now want to impose their views. Like our podcast, we're not media members. We're giving you our opinions, but we're not telling you should abide by them. That's your choice. But I'm giving you what I feel. But if I was a media member, I'd be objective by saying, I don't think that he should have did that. I'm not being objective when I say that. I'm being subjective. It's hard to be objective. That's why not everyone can be a journalist. It's a special type of person to be a journalist. We're personalities on TV, but until we learn how to be 100% objective, we can't call ourselves real journalists. We can't.
Well, I'll say this. I think the media is a market-driven entity. What the people want is what the media will produce. You see things like the BBC, National Geographic, science channels have dwindled to nothing as far as streamers and revenue streams and watch and shit like that. What people want is, and this is why I said, is it on the people of the media? Because what people want is Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Slapping niggas videos.
We want to give you objectivity, but the people don't want objectivity.
I think it's righteous journalists out there. Just like when we was talking about governmental, just like politicians. You start off virtuous. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna report the news. I'm from Wichita Falls. I love it here. I'm gonna report the good stuff. 3 years later, you doing creep cams in strip clubs now. These hookers are showing pussy a lot. Now because that's what pays.
Yeah.
So true. I think
you gotta still pay the bills. And that's the bottom line. That but
Stone Cold
that's
says
the reason why integrity is so valuable, because it's easier to do the wrong thing than it is to stay keep
humble
your
and
integrity
righteous.
and stay humble and stay righteous. It's harder to do that.
It
That's
is.
why it's called the narrow path, yo. Stay
Woo,
on the
the
narrow
hot
road.
gates, if you
The
will.
road
Jeez.
is narrow because it's easy to step off of it.
Mm.
And that's why I think it's important. Like I'm gonna die on this hill here, that I think that true journalism is full objectivity and pursuit of the truth, and not the truth that you want, but the truth that is just it's the
That
raw,
is.
unfiltered truth, and being objective about it. Like if I'm reading about a murder or something, I shouldn't be going and scouring, because if I'm a journalist, it's not my job to scour. It's not my job to say it's bad or this guy's evil. It's my job just to give the information.
Present the facts.
Yes, present the facts, because we may have our feelings about it. And when I'm off air, I can talk about it. But when I'm on air, I'm giving objectivity so the world that's watching me can get the raw data without
Then
my influence.
right.
And
Damn, bro.
that's what true journalists are supposed to be.
We should have had
Objective.
you. We should have had you around when they wrote the Bible, because we need that. We need that true journalism when that shit
And
was written.
anybody that goes to journalism school is like crazy. I didn't go to this school or nothing, but I do know that fact. I do know that fact, and that's a fact to the fact.
Flat fact.
And you're learning that shit, and then you're disregarding it because you go out into the world and realize the world isn't what you want it to be. The world is what it is. And in order to keep your integrity, that means that you have to sacrifice your success. And that's the reason why we have no integrity in the game no more, because people are sacrificing their integrity because they need to pay the bills. And that's just like the catch-22 of it all.
Welcome to the game.
What I'm saying?
Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game, yo.
All right, man. Yeah. So integrity it should leak into everything you do, especially professionalism, man. But we understand you gotta get your paper too. But I think it's a fine line that you could walk. But you're absolutely right. As a journalist, you should be given that objective view. All right. So here we go, guys. It's time. If you don't know and you don't show, I mean, I don't really know what to tell you at this point.
We're about to hit you with a quick we're gonna have to hit you with a quick one again.
Yeah, we're gonna hit you with a we got some time. My shit froze up, yo. I'm trying to change the sound. Hold on. You're gonna have to edit this one.
It's all good. I got it, yo. Just keep it flowing, yo.
Trying to find the sound, baby. There we go. We got the sound board.
Like we are gonna have our last episode was so flawless that I had no outtakes.
What?
There was no outtakes. You didn't notice?
Not this time, nigga. Welcome.
There's some outtakes.
There's some outtakes to this one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our favorite segment. Too Late We Said It podcast. It is a part of the show where our illustrious host Edwin gives us his perceptions on this week's upcoming NFL games and other sports information. Please put your hands together right now for Poppy's quick picks. How do that do that? Dun, dun. There we go. Poppy's quick picks. So we have arrived at week 14 of this NFL season. Holy smokes, this season is going fast. Adios mío, es muy rápido, papi.
Super fast.
Got the Detroit Lions welcoming in the Dallas Cowboys. Ed, this game is rolling right now. How you think
this game has officially kicked off? Man, this is a tough game because right now the Cowboys are kind of on the rise right now, and the way their Thanksgiving performance was excellent, and they went from Thursday to Thursday. So it's not a short week, it's just a standard week. It's basically like a Sunday to Sunday. So and both teams played on Thanksgiving. So as you see, someone says, "Oh man, 2 Thursdays in a row." It's exactly the same amount of time they play Sunday to Sunday. And the crazy thing is that this is beneficial for both those teams because they had a 7-7. Now they're going to have a long week for the following week after this because they're playing Sundays the following day after. So it's almost like a mini bye week for these teams. Anyways, Cowboys. I'm stalling because I'm not sure how to call this game here. I'm gonna ride the hot hand. I think Dallas is on upswing and they
Ooh.
needed the most. I think the Cowboys are gonna pull off a close victory. Both teams have explosive players on their team that can get lots of yardage, and I think that Detroit, it's kind of like the formula has been out on how to stop this team.
The tape is out.
The tape is out, and I think the Cowboys are on upswing and they're starting to get momentum at the right time.
Okay.
You know, the cement hardens in December. We're in December, and this is when teams are making that final push to the playoffs. The Cowboys are going to take down the Detroit Lions 27-24. That's what I call.
Ooh, what I said is what I said. Okay, I like that one. I'm not buying that though. I'm taking Lions 28-21. Next, our first Sunday night game. The Seahawks fly in from Seattle down to Atlanta. We're gonna be in a couple weeks as to take on the Atlanta Falcons. How you think this one will play out?
I think the Seahawks is another team that's hot, but also because they have a strong defense and their offense is
they got the best D?
Sam Darnold. Once again, they have a strong defense. I don't know if it's the best defense, but hey, man, the D gonna be what the D is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what he said. Pause.
Seahawks gonna take this game. 28-14.
Okay, I like that. All right. Next, Shador takes on his second act as he welcomes in his homeboy, Cam Ward. This should be an interesting one, man. If not for the stellar athleticism, but just to see these two play. Cleveland Browns versus Tennessee Titans. What you got, Edwin?
A softer defense is going to make Shador look good again, and I think Shador's got a little fire going like brewing underneath of him. And Shador, he's got his dad. His dad's in his ear at all times. So one thing we know he's not going to lack is confidence. Even if he loses by 40, he's still going to have that confidence. He's going up against a team that's like kind of unsure of who they are. I think the Browns are going to – this is when Shador is going to start to look good. People are going to start talking shit. But calm, pump your brakes. It's the Titans. 27-15.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Okay. All right. I like that one. I'm taking Shador too. 21-14. Next, the Purple People leaders, Minnesota Vikings, man. They've been struggling. Justin Jefferson looked frustrated. They welcome in the Washington Commanders to Minnesota. How you see this one, Edwin?
Jaden Daniels is questionable. What do you know about him practicing or not?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's questionable. I think that the Commanders got a lot of fight in them. They got a lot of grit. But at the same time, even if Jaden Daniels plays, because they got old receivers, that bottom line, that's what it comes down to. And I think that the Vikings defense, Brian Flores defense, is going to be too much for the Commanders, and I think that their defense is going to be the top seller at this point. But it's not going to be a high score game. I say the Vikings win 14-10.
Okay. I like that, man. I'm hoping the Vikings get bounced back, man. I feel bad for Justin Jefferson. I'm going to take the Vikings 34-17 over the Commanders. Next, we go to Orchard Park, where the Bengals what the hell's going on in Cincinnati? Cincinnati's flying into taking the Bills in Buffalo, Mr. Nevada. What's popping with it?
Joe Burrow is back, and he's got his full offense now at his arsenal. I think that the Bengals are going to start making a push. And I have a feeling that they're going to take down the Bills at home. Joe Burrow has brought a different fire to the team. Joe Flacco still being in that locker room, and I think that's beneficial to Joe Burrow. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, has a experience, so he's probably going to help Burrow with some of the things. He's going to definitely add to Burrow's game as far as being in it. And I think just because of that, Burrow coming back, and he's got full offense and full swing. The Bengals it's going to be a high scoring game, 28-27.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to ride with you on that. Bengals 24-27. Next, we head into the bank, where the Steelers come into Baltimore. Why you already shaking his head? Steelers coming to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Lamar's already questionable with ankle. I think this is a must win for Ravens. Look, this is it. This we either win or our season is done. We're at the point right now where every game is for our season. And I think the Ravens gotta make that happen. I think our defense plays great. It's just our offense has to complement the defense because over time the defense is going to wear down if they're always on the field. If the Ravens offense can get that run game going and this offensive line can do something, at least something, the Ravens are going to take down the Steelers 24-17.
Okay. I think I saw a few tabloids here, in Baltimore.
Tavius Robinson's back, and so are Darius. No, they're practicing. So let's see how they shakes it. What would you see about Lamar?
I seen a few things going on about Lamar, him and Mark Andrews interactions, and he swallowed the pill. He accepted it. He took a little bit of time to accept this struggle period, but it seemed like he juiced back up. I'm a Lamar fan. I don't like the Ravens, but I'm a Lamar fan. I think the Ravens take this game 34-10, and Lamar shows his ass in this game. Next.
I hope so.
That's it. I like that, nigga. Next week,
you'll see the energy. My energy will tell you. If we
when you get the Confucius joint, I knew you was feeling it. This nigga talk well.
I'm gonna grab my beer like Pai Mei.
I know exactly. He did whip it to the side. All right, stop. The Dolphins head into MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. What is this one going to play out, Mr. Nevada?
All right, the Jets and the Dolphins.
There it is.
Can we just say they both lost? It's a tie.
I wish it might be a 0-0 wash.
I think the Jets are going to win this for some reason. 20-17 Jets.
Okay. I like that, man. I'll take the Jets just because I was supposed to be at Wings with my dog. He could probably watch it. He probably crying his Jets' ass. I'm going to take Tyrod takes the Dolphins 17.
Hey, Tyrod at least protects the ball, and the Jets defense is pretty solid.
Yeah. Next game, Buccaneers welcome in the New Orleans Saints into Raymond James.
What's the status of Baker Mayfield? Because I know he's playing injured.
I don't know, but I know the Saints still got Shook as quarterback, and that boy is straight Pink Pony Club ass.
You Tyler Schaff his ass?
Pink Pony Club ass. Strip club ass. Ukrainian stripper ass.
I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There you go.
27-13.
Yeah, I think Teddy be playing, but I'm still taking the Bucks. I like that score. Next, this should be a good game as well. Jaguars welcome in the Indianapolis Colts.
Division
matchup. What you think, Ed?
I think I'm back on the Duval train. The Duval train. It's like choo 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 Duval.
Lowercase Duval.
Hey, I know you don't believe in the Jags because of their quarterback, but I think the Jaguars are starting to catch steam, and they've had a couple weeks of good performance, and the Colts, man, they were on such a high, but also this is another team where it's like people figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Stop Jonathan Taylor and that whole offense sputters because Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. You call him Danny Dimes all you want, but he ain't no Patrick Mahomes. He's just Daniel Jones.
He's just Jesus Christ.
And he's playing. He's also playing with a fractured tibia. Remember?
That boy.
And I think that's
Patrick Mahomes. You Daniel Jones. Who are you? Get out.
You're not. Here. It's like call me Dr. Jones, lady. You call him Dr. Jones. Well, I think with Daniel Jones being playing with the injury, I think that's gonna hinder him, and it's already pretty much sealed in the bag. You stop the run game of this team, and the whole offense start to sputter. And I think Jacksonville, the tape is out on the Colts, and I think that we're gonna start to see it. We're in December now, and the Colts are gonna get humbled, but I think the Colts still make the playoffs.
Okay.
Jaguars win this game 24-20.
I like that one. I do see the Colts pulling it off. I see Daniel Jones trying to lean more on a quick passing game. At least that's what they said they're going to try to get into a rhythm, start passing it, anticipation routes, but we'll see. I think Jonathan Taylor still does power him through. I take the Colts on this one, 21-10 over the Jags. At home.
Did I say tibia or fibula? What What did I say? It was fractured.
I think you said tibia.
It's fractured tibia. I just wanted to make sure I didn't say the fibula.
You good? We both got ADHD. We're gonna make it in the name of Jesus. Next, the Raiders welcome in the red hot Broncos coming off a bye as well into the Death Star. How do you think this?
Because it's a division rival, I don't want to say it's going to be a shellacking, but it's going to be a shellacking. It's going to be a shellacking, and the Broncos are going to be on the end. They're the ones going to be delivering. Those Broncos are going to be cracking. You see how that Pirate got that patch? He's going to have a double patch after this game. Broncos are going to win this game 34-14 Broncos.
Jesus Christ. But I can't say I don't see it no different, man. I'll just say 31-14 just to save face. But Jesus Christ, it's going to be a shellacking. Next, it is marked as the game of the week. And I anticipate
agree. That is a huge game.
The Bears go into Green Bay. Caleb Williams, period, versus Jordan Love and the Packers. What you think this one's going to play out like, Edwin?
Okay, so the Bears, I think, are on an upswing. Man, they just took down the Eagles, yo. The Bears, we got to start having the discussion. I think they might be for real. But also the Packers, they got, man, Micah Parsons is a monster. Is this the second time they play each other?
Yes.
Is this? There's already the Packers won the first one, did they not?
I think so.
It's Green Bay at home, man. I can't go against Green Bay at home. Green Bay is probably one of the best home teams in the league. Man, I don't know, man. I'm still something's telling me the Bears, yo, but at the same time, they're riding so high, and I think
what's it gonna be?
I think it's the Bears.
Oh, baby.
27-20.
47?
27-20.
Oh, okay.
That's the score. What you think about that, Sean?
I agree. Except the Bears gonna win, my G.
That's what I said.
That same score, but flip. I think the Bears gonna take out the Packers at home.
That's what I actually said. The 27-20 Bears.
Oh, okay, my fault. Then I do agree. I got caught up in the harmony. My bad. I got caught up. You sang so beautifully. Sex with chocolate.
Yeah.
Or Tim Black.
Caramel. Tim Black.
All right. Next, my hobbling Rams, man. We just got our coochie ate by the Panthers. We coming into State Farm Arena, State Farm Stadium.
That's what you know. What's crazy is it was. You foreshadowed that loss because you want to be talking shit on Sir Purr in episode 1. This man on episode 1 of this season was like, what the fuck is a Sir Purr?
I'll show you what I am.
And just like that, Sir Purr was like, round.
Know me now?
Round. It's like, round.
How those claws feel, daddy.
And guess what? What we discovered that whether it's round or those claws are just as sharp.
They hurt just the same.
They hurt just the same. Round,
a kind claw or a mind claw.
That's exactly what happened. But it's not going to happen to the Rams on this game because even though it's a division rival, the Cardinals are also like in disarray right now. Their running back room is like who's starting? Who cares? Just put the helmet on and just
put one of those blacks out there and just call it a day.
The Rams are going to have a bounce back game, 34-17.
34-17. I like that. I think we show a naked ass in the great state of Arizona, 42-13 against the Arizona Cardinals. Next, it's looking tough out in Kansas City. Boy, the Texans come into town to take on Patrick Mahomes and the hobbling Kansas City Chiefs. How you think this one going to end, Edwin?
It's crazy because I'm about to say it. This is going to be the final game for the Chiefs.
The nail in the coffin, Jit.
Listen, the Houston Texans are surging for real. People don't see it. They don't have to see it. But even with David Mills, they were surging because their defense is actually for real.
Nasty.
And I think their defense is, just like the Cowboys, they poke some holes in that Kansas City offense. And I think the Houston Texans defense is better than the Cowboys defense. I don't give a shit if they in Kansas City or not. Houston is on an uptick, and Nico Collins is about to go, hey, all right. 2 touchdowns, 120 yards.
Jesus.
That's Nico Khan's about to go off in this game.
Okay.
Anywho, Woody Marks as well. Woody Marks about to make it happen. Texans are taking this game 34-28.
Yeah, man, I think it's not even going to be that close. I'm taking the Texans 28-13. The Chiefs are cooked. Next, our Monday Night Football game. This should be a decent one. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles fly into the stepchildren of Los Angeles, SoFi's baby boys, to take on the take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Eagles, Chargers. What be it, Ed?
This is a huge game because the Eagles, now the Cowboys, by them losing, it put the Cowboys in position to possibly win that division now.
Mm-hmm.
And if the Eagles lose again and the Cowboys dust off those lines, guess who's in first place? The Cowboys.
Word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
What's their, look at their records.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't fucking know. I think I just made that up. No, I think it's true. I think that the Eagles lose and the Cowboys win. I think that the Cowboys jump into the first place position. Check real quick.
So the Eagles are 8-4. The Cowboys are 6-5-1. So,
yeah, and since the Cowboys beat the Eagles, that extra tie, it puts them a half game behind.
There'll be a game, yeah, but they're gaining.
But guess what? That puts them in position to possibly win the division.
Mm-hmm.
It really makes it stronger for them to win the division, and it also puts them in a stronger run of being in the playoffs. Man, the Eagles really need this one, and they're being scrutinized and all that. AJ Brown talking that shit that he was talking. I think that they're all pretending like everything's good in the locker room, and I'm starting to think that maybe it's not. I'm about to start watching the NFC, by the way. The whole NFC East is on Inside the NFL in game. Okay. That's probably going to reveal what's really going on in Philadelphia. I need to see because I think that there's a lot of problems going on in the inner workings of that team because of all the shit storm that the media storm that's been happening. Telling the media they don't help him. They're like, fuck you. AJ Brown, please tell us how you mad. Look, AJ Brown look, that's the difference. AJ Brown fell for the shit because the media coerced him into saying some shit. And Shador said, "No, hell no, you ain't catching me, bitch.
Give me the game, man. Give me the game, man.
Fuck you, yeah. I ain't saying shit." I think the San Diego Chargers are going to take this game on a humble at home.
I said the same thing. LA Chargers.
LA Chargers are going to take this 24-17.
Ooh, it's getting sticky. It's getting tough for the Eagles, but I do see a San Diego win. I mean, Los Angeles.
San Diego, win. Los Angeles. I keep calling them San Diego as well.
Fuck them.
Los Angeles
Chargers win 24-17. Teams on a bye this week. We have Sir Purrs. We got the Panthers sitting their ass down. The red hot.
They had to take a nap after that ass whooping they gave.
They're picking their teeth.
Listen, he's sleeping like this.
Fuck you, yo. Panthers down on a bye week. Patriots down on a bye week. New York Giants down on a bye week. And the San Francisco 49ers down on a bye week. This has been another segment of Poppy.
Hit you with the.
You better work.
Superb, bitch.
And walk away. And the tail whip on the way out.
Superb, bitch.
That's fucked up. All right, guys. This has been, we are at the conclusion of another episode of the Too Late We Said It podcast. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here every single week, man. It means the world to us that you join us. Please make sure you like our channel. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Make sure you follow us on all social medias. Check out shorts that Ed drops weekly. He's pushed these things together so beautifully with music, and the content is blended so well. It's an absolute pleasure to watch. So if you see those, make sure you like them, subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think. To those of you who do drop comments, we love to talk to you, as you can see. So continue to engage with us, man. It means everything to us. Ed, do you have anything to say before we get off tonight?
You pretty much said it for me. I appreciate that. But yeah, we're doing everything we can to evolve. And for those that's been here since the beginning of the journey, thank you. And all we're going to say is that we're just going to keep pushing every week. We got a rhythm already. The rhythm is so good that Sean don't even know what episode we on from week to week. He just knows we coming on here on Thursdays. Like it's 16, 15, 4. It's one of these episodes. We doing another one. That's what I know.
I made it, nigga.
Thank you, yo. We in here, yo.
Oh man. So from me, Edwin, to you, wherever you are on this great planet of Earth, thank you. Until next week, we will see you then. Peace.
Peace.
It's all the rage in Beirut. They might be loving it out in Beirut.
Hey, anyway, you know what's crazy when I was talking about texting? It's like, why am I am I the only one that's like this? It's like when I text somebody, it's like we're the only two people in the earth. So there's and that's then when you text, and when someone texts me, and so I'm like, why didn't they text it back? It's not like they're doing anything. It's just it's only us two on planet Earth.
They're just sitting in the closet waiting for me to text.
So I was like, what the fuck's going on? But then when someone texts me, this is what I'm doing. Like, can't they see that I'm busy? In the same breath,
hypocrisy. It is. It's all right. We all got a little bit of that.
As if you know that I'm doing something. It's like, of all times to text me, this is the time.
I hate that, yo. People be like, why the fuck are you bothering me? Like, nigga, I'm not watching you. Anyway.
How did you know? Your timing
Christ.
is crazy. Are you watching me?
Ed, you have to you have to show your ass. Ed, do you have anything to say before we get off tonight?
Her bitch.
Oh my God.
Yay!